It's Alexandra Lawrence here from Between Heaven and Earth, and welcome to my beautiful meditation space. What I want to do this week is to talk to you about this blog series that I started about manifestation and success. And a couple of weeks ago, I did my first blog on it, which was about goals and goal setting and taking those goals and putting them into manageable, inspired, actionable steps. So what this foundational piece is that is going to continue to inspire you through the challenges that you face when it comes to setting any goal and taking the steps, taking the journey that you need to take to create it, attain it, live it, bring it into this earthly plane, however it is that you want to see it. But this foundation piece is going to keep you going, because we all face challenges. Whenever we set goals, what we're doing is oftentimes we're choosing to expand. We're choosing to expand our life in some way. And with that expansion, what occurs is that we need to step outside of our comfort zone. Because if we don't step out of our comfort zone, we're just going to remain where we are. So those goals that we set, all these visions that we have, really, if we follow the path to create them, we really step outside of our comfort zone. And oftentimes we step outside of our comfort zone on a daily basis. And that brings up our stuff. It brings up our fears, our doubts, our blocks, our resistance, our limiting beliefs, and all of those areas and all of those experiences feel challenging most of the time. Hopefully welcomed, because you know what they are there for, but still challenging. So to get us through those challenging times, those challenging moments, we need something that infuses inspiration into us. We feel inspired to persist. We feel inspired to fully live out our commitment that we have made and our devotion that we have made to this goal, to this vision. And that foundational piece, what will continue to inspire you, is your big why. Why do you want this? Why are you doing this? Why you? Why now? And when you have clarity around your big why, that is what will get you through the challenging times, the tough times. Whenever we're on a transformational path, and setting a goal is stepping onto that path, the beginning can be hard. The middle can sometimes be a little messy. The beginning is hard because we're starting something new and we're gaining momentum. The middle can be a little messy because, as I said, our limiting beliefs, our fears, our doubts, our stuff, our resistance, our blocks, our inner critic, they all come out. And then at the end of it, it's magical. And that's the full transformational piece. So whatever goals you have for yourself, whatever vision you have, whether that's in your business, whether that's in your general life, whether that's in your primary relationship, your family relationship, your relationship with your kids or your pets, whether that's in your health, it doesn't matter. That big why is still there and still present. And when you get clear with that, a coach of mine says, when you get a clear line with God, when you get a clear line with the divine, when you get a clear line to your big why, you will keep on taking those actionable steps. You will write down your big why so that you have it to continuously go back to when you are in need of inspiration. It keeps you motivated. I'll give you a little example of a recent goal that my husband and I set ourselves, a co-creative goal. And I'll give you the goal and then I'll give you our big why. So our goal, which we are hopefully manifesting and actualizing next week, was to do our summer expedition to hike up to the Continental Divide here in the Rocky Mountains in Colorado, and to hike over it to an eco ranch, one of our favorite places to go to, called Devil's Thumb Ranch. And we had decided that we were going to backpack. It's about an 18-mile trek with over 3,000 foot gain. And so we thought, you know what, we'll put 40 pounds or 45 pounds on our backs. We'll make the 17 miles there in a couple of days, maybe 3 days. And then we'll stay 3 nights there at the ranch, and then we'll do the same thing coming back. So we started on a training regime, or a training schedule, and we've done 15-mile hikes, we've done 8-mile hikes with 40 pounds on our backs.
So here comes Lexi fording the stream that we looked downstream and upstream to find an alternative to include building a bridge. She's got over 40 pounds on her back to include tire chains for our truck. How was it, babe?
We have done little hikes, we've done mountain biking, we've done yoga, all of these things to continue to take steps towards our goal. And what we found while we were training, that we have become more than fit enough to be able to do this expedition in a day. So our process has changed, the goal still remains the same. So instead of backpacking, we're going to take a day pack and we're going to hike our asses over there, 17 miles, and get into Devil's Thumb Ranch with honor, as my husband said. That was one of his goals. He wanted us to arrive with honor instead of crawling on hands and knees or trying to hitchhike in some way. But so that's our goal. And our big why, and the big why that motivates us in most things we do as a co-creative couple, is twofold. One is a joyful journey in co-creative self-discovery as we soar above our upper limits. And the second one is transformation, growth, expansion, working on our consciousness, expanding our consciousness, awakening to our authentic self, our true self, our divinity. And for us, that means stepping outside of our comfort zone, like it will do for all of you. And making these trips that we do, whether it's canoeing, whether it's being in the Colorado wilderness and not seeing people for days, whether it's being self-sufficient in the wilderness, taking everything on our backs, hiking 18 miles, going into the national forest with our mountain bikes and a trailer to go get firewood for the winter. It doesn't matter. The big why that gets us through those challenging miles, when it feels hard, when we feel tired, which are just our blocks and our resistance coming up, when we have to deal with our gremlins, as I like to call them, our inner critic, or we have to deal with our demons, as my husband puts it, when we're 8 miles into the backcountry. It's all because of this big why, and that's what keeps us going. That's what keeps us inspired, and that's what keeps us taking the next step, the next step, and the next step. So, if you're growing your business, if you're wanting to improve your marriage or your primary relationship, and you want to create greater intimacy, better communication skills, more love, more fun, you want to infuse your life with more bliss, you want the courage to follow your bliss, you want to only focus on the things that you love to do every single day, you want to give up the shoulds or the obligations, you want to improve your health, you want to get fitter, you want to lose weight, you want to sleep better, whatever that goal is, and it can be small or it can be big, get clear with your big why. Why do you want this? Why is this important? Why is this a desire of yours? Why you and why now? And write that down. Write it down right now. Go get a pen, piece of paper, and write it down right now. Because you're going to want to come back to this. Because during times of challenge, sometimes it can be difficult for us to keep our big why in our minds. So write it down so you can go back to it. Put it somewhere that you can look at it every day. Look at it when you wake up first thing in the morning. Look at it before you go to bed. Our mind and our subconscious is most in a place of receiving its greatest suggestion first hour after you wake up. That's when I choose to meditate, that's when I choose to do my mantras, and that's when I choose to refresh and remind myself of my big why, my visions and my goals. So that is the foundation piece for manifesting your ideal life, your perfect life. That is the foundation piece for creating success, for setting yourself up for success. And that is the foundational piece that will keep you going, keep you motivated, and keep you inspired, and keep you taking those steps. Sometimes baby steps, but it's still a step. And that's what's going to keep you stepping outside of your comfort zone and increasing the quality of your life and stepping onto your transformational path. Okay, darlings, I would love your feedback. I would love to hear your story, whether this resonated with you, whether you got inspired, what your big why is, and whether you like the vlog. Do you prefer me blogging, or do you prefer the videos? So let me know. You can do so at Alexandra. This is my personal email. This doesn't go to my team. This goes directly to me and is read only by me. It's Alexandra at betweenheavenandearth.us.com. Thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you for signing up for my easing. Thank you for being a part of this community. And if you're a follower on Facebook, thank you for being a part of that community. It is a great honor of mine to be of service to you in any and every way that I can. And I wish you many blessings on whatever journey you are undertaking at the moment. With love, until next time.